I got my brother Guap with me today. Usually we're talking cash money, but things are looking a little iffy, bro. Over there in the Tottenham Hotspurs world. I look, I gotta start off, bro. How are you holding up mentally? How's it going for you? It's rough. Look, man, like Tottenham, I got no love for them, but I know what it's like to have your club be in the bruh.
Do
Losing
you?
five.
Do you? Do you, bro? Like, come on, bro. We're talking about relegation here, bro. We never heard of that in Man U's history ever. We're talking about
What
relegation
happened? What
on the
happened,
verge,
bruh?
bro. A
Let me
lot.
let me let me give a little brief to people who might not be watching. Igor Tudor's position is already under scrutiny after becoming the first Tottenham manager to lose each of his first four games in charge. I'm gonna ask you about the potential replacements. Some names being thrown out there are Pochettino, who knows how real that is, De
Mhm,
Zerbi, Sean Dyche, and Ryan Mason.
mhm.
Defender Mickey Van de Ven described the current situation as a doomsday scenario, with Spurs sitting just 1 point above the Premier League relegation zone in 16th place and facing a crucial trip to Liverpool this weekend without the suspended Dutch defender.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I can't speak, bro. It's crazy what happened to us. I feel we didn't start off we started off pretty well. I think in our first 5 games we won 3 games and one loss, one draw. Started pretty well. Things were looking up with Thomas Frank. We were playing solid football, and I think the main point was that like everybody's confidence was up, from especially from winning the Europa Trophy from last year. So confidence was buzzing, and then I feel like again, it's with the injuries. We started losing key players again. Like we lost Kudus. Who else? We lost Odegaard. We didn't have Solanke. Solanke was kind of already hurt in that time span, so we were relying on Richarlison and Kolumuani. Richarlison gets hurt. Um, our left back Udogi gets hurt. Bentakir gets hurt. Bergvall gets hurt. And look, it's the same scenario as last season, but we're missing a key player in Madison. And like we're seeing it more this season. Without Madison in our midfield, bro, we have no generalship. Nobody knows how to take control of the game and boss the midfield around. They run around like their their heads are cut off, bro, and it's so bad.
They run around like they Pac, man.
Yeah, bro. And like I feel bad for Xavi because even though he hasn't had the best of games, I feel like with a player like Xavi, he can't do that by himself. He needs the players to help him get to where he needs to go. So if the midfielder are not if they're not connecting, bro, Xavi is a lost cause. So even putting him out left wing, he's not a left winger. He doesn't have the abilities to play left wing. He's not a left winger. So he's a cam. So if the midfield can't connect two, three passes to bring the ball up and progress the ball, then he's useless. So it starts with that. And yeah, it's been turmoil, bro.
Let me
Turmoil.
ask you. Let me get right into it. The first question I got for you, given their treacherous position, what do you think was the biggest mistake in the 2025 summer transfer window? Was it even, did it have to do with talenting or evaluating talent? Was it management? Was it
Bro,
was it Levy leaving? Like what is it
bro,
that, because teams have their ups and downs, but this is kind of unwarranted. Tottenham has always been the team that, like, they
mhm,
might not win the league, but they're gonna be in champs. They're gonna be
exactly,
in Europe. They're gonna be doing something. Like, don't you can sleep on them, but don't keep your eyes closed for too long because they might get a
yes,
game on you.
yes. Honestly, I think it's a combination of everything, bro. Especially, I think the main point was sacking Ange at the beginning of the season. For him to even win the Europa League, and even though we did bad in the Premier League, we were 13 points above relegation, like the 17th spot. So we weren't worried about going down or nothing. We just had a bad season in the Premier League, and us winning, us winning, us winning the Europa League, we're back in the Champions League anyways. So it's like he did what he had to do. So give him another season and see what he can do. The players love him, and we had that identity of forward football. We can score when Ange is there. You know, he installed attacking football and just pass forward. Don't be scared. Take risks. Like football's a game of risk, and we had the structure and the players to do it. So firing him was terrible. Thomas Frank, it sounded like an okay signing at first, like, oh, he's done well with Brentford, but Brentford, they're a mid-table squad. Anybody, like, I'm not gonna say anybody can just manage them, but you don't have to do too much to manage Brentford. It's
A
just
lot, a lot of
yeah,
these mid-table clubs are like a corporation that's gonna run on its own.
yeah,
The
bro.
directors are who actually matters, right? The scouts
Exactly,
are who matters. The manager, you just gotta have a decent enough manager. Like
exactly.
I think for me, with De Zerbi with Brighton was the
Mhm.
biggest. Like De Zerbi's not really him, bro.
He's not, but he did well with Brian, like
Exactly.
he instilled his style of football, and Brian are always gonna be Brian. They always have the system, the farm to bring the players that they want, and they all mesh well and do well. They're always a tough team to go against in the Prem. Same as Brentford as well, but the expectations for those clubs is probably top of the table. I mean, top table. Not anything. Probably like top 8, top 10, something around there.
They're
There's
happy
nothing
with
else.
with just a net profit,
You feel
on
me?
their team.
Exactly.
It's still a business for them more than like winning
Exactly.
trophies like that.
So it's a different challenge when when you step up to Tottenham. It's top four. It's challenging for trying to win a FA Cup, a Carabao Cup, something like that. Just to bring the fans some joy of, oh, we're starting to win stuff. So. And I think not replacing, Son was a big one. You see how Anj is on the podcast and was talking about like gave us the behind the scenes how Tottenham acts like a big club, but they're not an actual big club because they don't pay like it, and that's what it is. Like we try to buy players that are not established in some sense, and you see it when they come to when they start in the Prem, like and we don't pay the wages that other clubs do. So that's what was always going to hurt us. So like he said, it's all in the money. We act like we're a big club, but we are
I mean,
not.
don't you guys have like one of the lowest net spend on wages in the whole
Yes,
Prem? Like you guys are cheap when it
exactly.
comes to weekly
We're
wages.
cheap.
Yeah.
And I think that our highest player now is Conor Gallagher. Fucking Conor Gallagher, bro. For for 200K a week, bro.
Hey, look,
200K a week.
I always
You
thought it
have
was
to.
weird when I was younger when Arsene Wenger. One of the reasons why he stayed at Arsenal was because they just built out the Emirates, and he felt there was a duty that he needs to stay with them and try to attract top talent. There's a duty
Yeah.
with Tottenham, bro. Like that's a nice stadium. You got to have top players
You
in
gotta
there.
have top players, bro. You got to, and we can't connect. I feel like we did connect on Kudus, at least Kudus. Kudus was probably our best player until he got hurt. And but other than that, with Shabby, I'm still gonna give Shabby time. I'm still gonna give Shabby time. Gallagher, Gallagher, I don't know what Gallagher was. I don't know what they expected Gallagher to do. I know he came from Atletico, and that was pretty much it.
Like, he was a
Gallagher,
terrorist even when he was in the Prem the first time,
you
bro.
see, you feel me? So it's like, oh,
Atletico is the
you
best
think I'm
club
going?
for him. Atletico is the best club for him. Under
Yeah.
Simeone, he could do that kind of stuff that he wants to do.
Exactly. And so them bringing in Conor Gallagher is like what? He's about to be our savior. He's about to be close to what James Madison is. No, bro. I think our recruitment squad, whoever, I think it's Johan Lange or something like that, is bad, bro. He sucks. I was keen on Fabio Paratici. I guess they had like a joint role where they were both trying to recruit, and I guess he didn't like that, so he got the boot. He wanted to leave, and ever so far it's just been trash. It's yeah. I don't think we need to sign an established player that can come to Prem and cook. We haven't got that in a long time. I'd say since I couldn't even say Kulusevski because he wasn't even established in Serie A, but they found good talent. So I think it's about just paying the money and paying the fees for one of those established players and get them going, man. Because we're looking like some dog shit right now. It's bad, bro. It's so bad. It's so bad. All I can do
So,
is laugh at this, bro.
hey, that's listen, bro. I'm telling you, probably I had a horrible time. I definitely thought United were gonna beat Tottenham in the Europa League final. Like I was like, bro, this is DNA. Like this is what they do. This is what we do.
Yeah, it's
That
DNA.
joint made me be sick at Amram. I was like, bro, you suck. Like this is on you. Like I put it solely on him at that point.
Mhm.
But do you think that the board, right? So I wanted Amram out. Like as soon as the Europa League final was done, I was like, bro, it's summer. Cut our losses. We did a little experiment for a year. He's shit. None of this makes sense.
Yeah.
Ange played a suicidal high line, but he was still better than Amram, in my opinion. It was a
hmm
suicidal high line, but still, there was something that made the people want to come out and watch.
And
I would
watch
want to
it. It
tune in, bro. Like, it wasn't
was
going to be
exciting.
ugly, right? It was entertaining ball. He took risks. Do you believe the right call was made with Thomas Frank in February, or is that all a mute point already because Ange is where it really
Oh,
mattered?
No, it was not the right call at all. I still stand by this. It wasn't the right call at all. How are you going to fire the manager that brought you a trophy in 19 years and let him go? Everybody, as a Tottenham fan, when Ange Postecoglou first came, people were like psyched to see about like to hear about this guy. Like you start listening to Ange and see how he talks and
The mate worked on me. He pulled out that
hey,
mate a
you know
couple
what I
times. I
mean?
was like, bro, let him do what he wants.
Like he got that he has that aura, honestly. He has the aura where he just I guess he just infects the club and the players and the players love playing for Ange. Like like he said, bro, he knows how these players work. He knows how he wants to play, and when he was there, it was working. It probably didn't, like you said, the high line was killing us. I think that's what took tolls on our players' bodies and the injuries, but it still worked, and we had an identity. We could score goals. As long as we score goals, I think that's fine for the fans. The defense will, it will improve it some way, somehow. But as long as we score goals and we find a way to score, that's all we need. That's all we need to be in the game, you know. But with Thomas Frank, like we said, he's coming from Brentford. There's not too much expectations on a club when you're at Brentford just to maintain, finish top eight, top 13, top 8 to 13.
For clubs like Brentford, bro, like if they can sell a striker to Saudi or a winger to United, to them that is what
It's
success.
profit.
It's literally measured. That's how they measure it.
Yep, exactly. So for to bring Thomas Frank in, it was not a good call at all. It felt good for the first month, and then the losses started to pile up, and you start seeing the formations and who he's playing where, and it was just like this guy doesn't know what he's doing. And then you see the guy with the an Arsenal cup, bro. You see the guy with an Arsenal cup smiling over here. Ha, ha, ha. You don't know it's an Arsenal cup, bro? As soon as I seen that, bro, I'm like, bro, we gotta fire this guy. Like now, bro. The Arsenal Cup, our rivals, and you're posting it like, what do you mean you don't know it's an Arsenal Cup, bro? Like, come on, dog. That
Oh,
that made me so livid. As soon as I seen that, I was like, bro, get this guy gone now. And
another. Yeah,
I'm
finish. Sorry,
sorry.
my fault. I was gonna go back to Ange. I was just gonna say another thing about Ange is you could tell he was such a big fan of the Prem when he was a player,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
outside of it, like he understands the cultural aspect of it. He knows
Yes.
just how the tension, and what it feels like. Like Thomas Frank, yeah, he watched it, but like you could tell that's not really his favorite, one to
Yeah.
watch. Like he cares more about his local domestic joint. Ange was obsessed with the Prem,
Obsessed with the
so
Prem.
it really like I said, bro. I have no love for Tottenham, but when you see a guy like that, you said it perfectly. He does have aura. Like there is a thing about him where you're like, bro, like I'm gonna listen to what you got to say. I'll go to war for you.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So Thomas Frank was terrible. Hats off to him for what he did, I guess, for the first month. After that, it's done, bro. Hopefully you find another job and go back to Brentford or something. Honestly.
Man, listen, you've talked about Xavi a little bit. You've
Mhm.
mentioned Kudus. We spoke a lot about Xavi the first time you were on here. In your opinion, which player has been the bright spark in what's been an otherwise a dismal 2026 calendar year? Who
I would
would
have to
you?
I would have to say Muhammad Kudus.
Yeah.
Like literally. Um for when he was playing, he was I guess the number one dribbler in all of Europe. He completed the most take-ons and like I feel like we hadn't had a short right winger in so long. So like when I seen him, I was like, finally, like we can build off Kudus, Xavi, and then probably well, one more established left wing because we already have, I guess, good enough strikers with Solanke and Richarlison. So I would have to give it to Kudus. I can't look at it. I'm trying to think of any other player, and I really can't, bro. I really can't. I can't think of a Dogi because he doesn't play. I can't think of if it wasn't him, I would say Jet Spence, honestly.
Hey, Jed Spence is still class. Hey,
Yeah,
Jed
he's
Spence
class,
is still
bro.
class. I
He's
mean, he's
class.
young still, so you
Hmm.
could tell he still is hungry for it, right? He's not still too disillusioned because he's like, these men
Yeah.
might have it made, right? They could probably dip out. For me, I really still got to try hard.
Yeah, he's still got to try hard, and he just earned his first call up with England playing with us. So
Hey.
I would say if it's not Kudus, then it would be Jet Spence, and he's always available. It doesn't seem like he gets hurt, so he's busting down that left flank or right flank. He can play, yeah, like left or right back, and he's a good defender as well. So
When your team goes through parts of the season where you have like half your starters injured, you start realizing the best ability is availability. Like
yeah, bro.
Bruno for me, I changed my opinion on him. Like, yeah, whatever, hoof and pray, inshallah ball, bro. He plays every game. He's never
Plays every
hurt.
game,
Like, it
man.
is what it is, man. Let him
Plays
do
every
it.
game. So like I said, I tip my hat to Pedro Porro. We actually ran him down to the ground. So that was his first injury because he was playing every single game, and him and Jed Spence. So like availability is a big thing, and those two players have been there. So
So
hats off.
let's shift over to Europe a little bit. You had. I'm not gonna go into the game because to me that's just doing a humiliation ritual for both of us. I won't talk about it. But
I was talking about.
what the hell, bro? Were they high? Like what's going on?
So actually, I think I was on Twitter and I was scrolling something. Actually, no, it was Courtois. So I seen that Courtois reached out to Kinski and said that like just keep your head up because playing at Atletico, I guess it's always been like that. It's like the pitch is just very slippery, so you just have to, I guess, adapt to it. So he's like, man, just keep your head high. Like I feel like I wouldn't say all keepers have a bad game like that, but keepers have they make mistakes, you
I'm
know?
not talking about you. Don't ask me if I know if keepers make mistakes. I watched my keeper for seasons on end do the Black Beatles challenge in between mistakes,
Exactly.
bro. Onana would dive the other way. One time, wallahi, it looked like he grabbed the ball and he threw that joint in the net behind him. Wallahi, he looked like he was playing against us. So with keepers now, bro, as long as you look competent most of the time, you could have one bad day.
Yeah, one bad game.
Grimsby, Onana against Grimsby, bro. Yeah, it's GG's.
It's bad. So I feel bad for the guy. I was actually keen on seeing him play because Vicario is fucking ass. Excuse my language if I don't even know if I can or not. But Vicario, I don't know. I think I've been trying to like figure out what's wrong with Vicario, and I think ever since he had that surgery on his ankle, he just hasn't been the same. Like when I first seen Vicario, bro, he was an acrobatic shot stopper. He was somewhat confident on the ball, and like you see him now, it's just like, bro, he just looks so lost. He does not look like the same player he was when he first came. So it's like, I think it's definitely time for him to go. So for him to go, and then for Kinski to at least make a start, because I haven't seen him start since that his debut against Liverpool in last season. Like it was in some type of cup, and he looked all right. He looked great on the ball. He can ping the ball anywhere. His passing it was great. But when it comes to the saving, it wasn't good. Like he doesn't look confident when the ball is getting struck at him. He was kind of he was bobbling the ball when it came at him, and he's not really of a shot stopper, but I guess his range of passing makes up for it. But yeah, it
For me,
was a
I'm
bad.
so old fashioned with keepers now. I don't care if you can play with your feet. Honestly, like
Yeah, honestly,
stop the ball.
stop
Like
the shot.
De Gea with no cartilage in his knees in the last season was better than Onana to me. Like, look, what do you think? You're a 5-2 deficit against Atletico. What do you think the strategy should be for the next game? Not to say you throw the second leg to focus on the Prem, or is it still salvageable? Do you think you should still go out there and compete?
Yeah, I think we should go out and compete. I mean, a 3-0 dub is not looking too crazy. I mean, if somehow the magic just turns up on us and we play so great and we probably go up like, 1-0 early and try to get those extra two goals and try to see it out, then do it. But I know, I mean, honestly, if I was a manager, I wouldn't care so much either. It's at this point, it's like there's no confidence in the club right now in these players. And so it's like maybe, yeah, just throw the game and just focus on Premier League because, like you said, we have a big game with Liverpool on Sunday, and I don't expect to win it, but at least can we pull a point out? Can we try to at least pull a point out in the game and take the positive from there and go on? So I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but I think manager speaking, I would probably say, yeah, we're not winning the Premier League, so why even try? So like throw the game. I would definitely probably, yeah, as a manager, I would do that. Yeah.
Save your legs.
Yeah. Save our legs and let's go on, bro. So because
So
I think
the
after Liverpool, we play Nottingham Forest and they're literally right under us. So it's like that's a big game. That's a relegation game. So that's I think well, oh yeah, that's in the question. So we're gonna talk about that later.
yeah. Look, looking at the remaining 9 fixtures, which specific match do you view as a must win? Next fixtures in the Prem are Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, Brighton, Wolves, Villa, Leeds, and Chelsea is the last game.
Oh my God. Oh, I see Everton as the last game actually.
Oh, true. What? Sunday, May 17th? Is it a? Let me see.
Oh yeah, all right. So can I just run down every game to
Yeah,
think?
yeah, yeah. Go.
So like Liverpool, I think that's a loss. Away at Anfield, I think that's a loss. I'm sorry. That's a loss. Don't even need to talk about that. Nottingham Forest, that's a big game. Like I said, they're literally right under us at 18th, and I think they're like a point away, and we're at home. So that's a big game for us. And I think the other teams, West Ham's playing City, and I forgot who Nottingham Forest, but I think they're playing a good squad. So now we're still we even though I think we control our own destiny and of staying, we still need these bottom teams to lose. So, but I think Nottingham Forest is a big win. That's a must win. Sunderland, Sunderland, them at home, they're pretty good at home, but I think they're beatable. I just don't think we
They're
can do it.
definitely not as infallible as they were when the season first started, right? You
Yes,
can
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
get a punch in on them. Like they're not who
Yeah.
they were in the in
I think that's a
September, October.
that's an away game we can steal. Brighton. I don't think we can beat Brighton right now. That's how bad it is. Like, I really don't think we can beat Brighton. But I say we do play Wolves, and Wolves should be a dub. Like it should be a dub, especially because we lost to them, and I think we gave them their first dub of the season too. So we definitely have to beat Wolves. And I'll say in May, I'll say Leeds and then Everton because I don't think we're beating Villa and I don't think we're beating Chelsea. So I think those four fixtures we should probably get some points out to win or draw and keep us up because we can't keep taking these L's, bro. And I think by the time, like, I'm trying to be optimistic that I think we get Kudus back. I don't know about Kulusevski, but I think we get Bergvall back. I think we get Udogie back. We just need some players back ASAP. Like we need some players back ASAP. So by the time those games come around, hopefully they're playing, and so that we can see out the dub. So.
So let's make our little last predictions. Inshallah, you're hoping Tottenham obviously finish outside of relegation. So next year you
Yes.
can forget about this season, write it off, and keep moving. What
Keep
does it look
moving.
like to you at the top? Well, who do you think finishes 1 and 2?
Oh my God.
And remember, Robel listens to this.
Damn you, Robel. Like, you know how much I do not want Arsenal to win, bro. If they're close, they're close. But what's the point differential right now? I think they're like 7 points clear, but City have a
Yeah,
game that
yeah,
day.
seven points clear with City game in hand.
Yeah, I would say I know Arsenal are gonna choke. I have to say it. Arsenal are going to choke like they always do. I'm looking in the camera. Arsenal, y'all will choke like y'all always do. Mark my words. That's all I have to say. So with that being said, City, number one. City, please, bro. Please, City. I need y'all to win. I'll say Arsenal number two. Um, I think y'all are third right now,
Yeah,
right?
we're tied with Villa on points, but we're ahead of them in goal differential, so we're
Yeah,
third.
okay, okay. It's pretty tight from like 3 to 6 if I don't recall.
Yeah, it's 51 to
Um,
48.
yeah, yeah. So I would probably if y'all go hold how are y'all looking right now? How's the form? Is it I haven't been
We
paying
we
attention
lost
now.
our last game, but we won two before that, drew a game, and then won the one before. But look, man, you let Super Michael Carrick. Hey, thank you Tottenham. Thank you for giving us Michael Carrick back in the
Nice.
day. Thank you, bruh.
No
Let
bull,
Michael
no
Carrick
bull.
cook, bruh. My manager got no aura. He got no swag, no Montclair. Amram came in with the Monclees. He's tricking
Yeah,
everybody, bruh.
yeah, so I would say from 1 to 2, just me being Arsenal hater. I had to be a hater. Yeah, I say Man City, Arsenal, probably Man U, or Man U, then Chelsea, then Liverpool, probably. So I
Fairs,
think,
man.
yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I think Chelsea and Villa have been looking pretty good too. So, they're fighting for that third, three and four spot. So,
My
yeah, but
final question before I get you out of here.
mhm.
Does the 2025 Europa League trophy still feel like a success to you, or has this season's collapse just overshadowed it completely?
Nah, it doesn't. Because I still remember that day taking off of work early to go watch that game with all the fans. It was a great feeling, man. It was a great feeling. I could talk the most shit to anybody because we finally, brought in that trophy. And I've been watching these guys for the last 8 to 9 years, and it felt very good. We've been so close, We've been in Champions League runner-ups. We've been in domestic club runner-ups. So for us to finally get in that first trophy, can't take it away from me, you know. So
A
I,
trophy's a trophy. A
a
trophy's a
trophy's a
trophy.
trophy, especially if you
Bruh,
haven't won one
come
in
on.
almost a decade. I mean, well, it was damn near a decade. So it was yeah,
And
it was like
European, European compared to little domestic joint too.
no, you feel me?
That's, yeah,
It
yeah.
holds a little bit more weight,
Hey, 6'7", you're hitting
you know.
that.
I didn't want to do it, but yeah, it holds a little bit more weight. So
Bro, like somebody asked me, like, do you wish Ten Hag got fired earlier or whatever it was? I was like, look, man, we beat City in a Manchester Derby FA Cup final.
mhm.
That joint is lit, bro. Like, that's something I remember constantly seeing. All
Exactly,
the like
exactly.
Bruno Fernandes assist to Kobe Mainu, like it's beautiful. Like you're gonna think about that all the time. So at the end of the day, people that look, bro, I don't mean to be a trophy counter, but trophies matter.
Yeah, trophies matter, bro. That's what they play for. It's not like what are these guys playing for if there's no trophies at the end of the at the end of the road. So trophies do matter. So I can say that that definitely doesn't overshadow what's going on with the season. But yeah, it doesn't because I'm shameless. We won a trophy. We
if you
won a trophy.
if you could say anything to the Tottenham players right now before I get you out of here, what are you saying to them?
And get your heads out of your ass, bro. Please, somebody in that dressing room pick the team up, bro. Madison, I need you to start crying in front of these players, bro, to pick them up and let's go, bro. Because what are we doing right now? Like, I can't blame y'all, but I can because what's going on, bro? Like,
Hey, sometimes a player needs to get punched behind closed
honestly,
doors,
bro,
and just keep shit going, bro.
honestly, bro, like, where's the passion, bro? We just need more passion. We need more aggression. Everything, bro. Just everything, bro. Just come on, bro.
My
That's
brother
it. That's all I
Guap,
can say.
thank you so much for coming on. It's always a
Sure, bro.
pleasure. I'll have you on
Thank you, my
again
guy.
soon. World Cup
Definitely,
edition.
definitely.
We'll chop up
Oh
international.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. And you know I got them guys who you got on the shirt too. So
Ah, ah, ah,
yeah,
ah,
yeah,
ah,
yeah.
ah.